Hey everyone, what's up? As you are probably aware by now, and I'm sure everybody's talked about this, Clownfish TV has talked about this. I can't wait to hear what Zara Nazrak has to say about this. Angry Joe, maybe, who knows? But reports are true. It has been dropped. Kevin Smith, yes, that Kevin Smith of Jay and Silent Bob fame, um, appeared at this year's PowerCon 2019. Now, in case you guys don't know what PowerCon is, it's kind of new to me as well, although it's been going on for quite some time. It is the ultimate He-Man and She-Ra convention and experience, but mostly it's a hybrid convention. It's the ultimate He-Man and She-Ra experience, along with toys and comic books. And so it's not just He-Man and She-Ra. It's also a convention to introduce some new toys, some new figurines, collectibles from Thundercats, Ninja Turtles, the likes, you name it. Mostly anything that has to relate to that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? In fact, let me look it up again. Yeah. Mostly toys like Thundercats, like the Thundercats Ultimates, the TMNT Ultimates, Conan Ultimates, Mattel, Master of the Universe WWE hybrid figures, stuff like that. And some of the figures that have been announced or will be announced are courtesy of Super 7. So that's kind of interesting in itself. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, it's mostly that kind of a convention. It's mostly the ultimate toy convention that you want to go to not only show your love for the He-Man and She-Ra and Master of the Universe franchise, but also franchises that are related to it or have some kind of association, like Thundercats and Ninja Turtles and like I said, Conan. And these are franchises from a kid's perspective. Now that we're in our late 30s and 40s, if you will, can relate to, from, or even our 20s, that we can relate to because we grew up on them back in that time frame. So anyway, though, Kevin Smith made an appearance there, and everybody was wondering, why is Kevin Smith there? Even the people at Clownfish TV, Geeky Sparkles, and I can't think of his name right now, and I do apologize for that. I think it's Keenan and Geeky Sparkles. Even they were kind of wondering why Kevin Smith was there when they read about it. Well, he was there for a reason. Kevin Smith came out and made the announcement that coming soon to Netflix, and Netflix is known to be doing a lot of original animated stuff, or in this case, anime stuff. Kevin Smith made the announcement that a new Masters of the Universe series will be coming to Netflix, but it's going to be an anime series. It's going to be an anime series done by Powerhouse. Yeah, in fact, I got the article I just printed out right here. As you can see, that's just the first page of it. And then here's the rest of it. So let me read this off to you guys as best I can. It's in small print. I don't know why they do the small print sometimes, but we'll just read this off real quickly. And it is dated. You can see the date right there. And this is by Variety. This is from Variety, believe it or not. But it states, and I quote, this is by Nate Nikolai from Variety, but this is what they state, and I quote, Kevin Smith surprised audiences at Sunday's annual PowerCon convention by announcing a new anime He-Man series for Netflix. Continuing on. The new series, titled Masters of the Universe Revelation, will take place in the Mattel toy-inspired world and will focus on some of the unresolved storylines of the classic 80s show. Smith will serve as showrunner and executive producer. That's pretty cool. Now, Smith said this. This is what Kevin Smith said, and I quote, I'm eternally, get it, eternally, that's what he puts it, Eternia-Lee, L-Y, eternally grateful to Mattel TV and Netflix for entrusting me with not only the secrets of Grayskull, but also their entire universe. Kevin Smith goes on to say, in Revelation, we pick up right where the classic era left off to tell an epic tale of what may be the final battle between He-Man and Skeletor, brought to life with the most metal character designs powerhouse animation can contain in the frame. This is the Masters of the Universe story you always wanted to see as a kid. Now, other articles do mention that it's also going to focus on the siblings, the super siblings, that being He-Man and She-Ra, or Adam and Adora. So it's pretty cool. That's what some of the articles said. I think comicbook.com, from what Clownfish TV read on their YouTube page, on their YouTube channel, video about it, said. They said, basically that's what comicbook.com said. They basically said that's what was going to do as well, is focus on the super siblings. The article goes on to say that Mattel Television is producing alongside executive producer Rob David, the vice president of Mattel TV and author of He-Man, the Eternity War. Writers include Eric Carskell, Supergirl, Tim Sheridan, Reign of the Supermen, Dae Mashur, Magic the Gathering, and Mark Burdine, Alphas. Sorry if I pronounced those names wrong. Castlevania's Powerhouse Animation will oversee animation for the series. Continuing on and closing up, it states, Masters of the Universe has been a cultural phenomenon for generations, inspiring fans to discover their own power within. That's what Rob David said. And he continues to say, fans of this franchise have been waiting for the continuation of these characters, and Kevin Smith, as a Masters superfan himself, is the perfect champion and partner to expand the canon through a dynamic animated series on Netflix. And that's pretty cool. So basically, we're getting a continuation of this in anime form. Yeah, we are getting a continuation of this in anime form. And I do apologize for the other part being ripped. The thing kind of broke off a little bit. Hold on for a second, guys. Gotta do something. Hold on. Gotta connect my charger. There we go. But anyway, this is so basically what we're getting is a continuation of this, which is really, really cool. And I one thing that I heard from Clownfish TV is they pointed out that this could be trouble for DreamWorks TV and their She-Ra series. Because in case you guys don't know, but you should know by now, DreamWorks licensed the She-Ra property from Mattel to make a series. However, what DreamWorks did in bringing in Laura Stevenson, I think that's her name, Nicole Stevens, I think it's her name. Let me hold on. Let me check something. Hold on. Noelle Stevenson, right. What I was saying is that basically what I was trying to say is when Mattel licensed the She-Ra property to DreamWorks to make a She-Ra series, or the She-Ra portion of the Masters of the Universe to be made into a series from them, they were not expecting what they got. Mattel, I'm assuming from what everybody has said, that I've read online, watched on YouTube and everything, Mattel was hoping that they'd get a She-Ra that was either a continuation of the original 80s series or a soft reboot, retcon of that series, so that it'd be very identifiable to the not only older fans, but would be something newer fans would be into. But what they got instead was something completely different. They got something to where they found out that the person that was writing this incarnation of She-Ra. What they found out about her was she didn't know much about the series. All she did was play with the dolls and make up her own stories, and thus here we are. So when comicbook.com hold on for a sec. It's in here somewhere. Maybe CBR has it. Well, maybe not. Let me check on. Yeah, here we are. Our heroic heroes. Okay. Okay, so CBR gives us a little bit more information. CBR.com says, a radical return to Eternia. Revelation is a direct sequel series to the classic era of Masters of the Universe. The anime official synopsis reads like this. This is what the synopsis for the anime is how it explains the series, and I quote. Featuring fan favorites He-Man, Orko, Cringer, and Man-at-Arms, the story pits our heroic heroes and guardians of Castle Grayskull against Skeletor, Evil Lyn, Beastman, and the vile legions of Snake Mountain. But after a ferocious final battle forever fractures Eternia, it's up to Teela, Man-at-Arms' daughter, to solve the mystery of the missing Sword of Power in a race against time to prevent the end of the universe. Her journey will uncover the secrets of Castle Grayskull at last. Her journey will uncover the secrets of Grayskull at last. This is the epic He-Man and the Masters of the Universe saga fans have been waiting 35 years to see. So, basically, it's not just a sequel to Masters in the Universe, and it's going to focus on He-Man. It's not just going to focus on He-Man. It's also going to focus on her. If I can get that in there. It's going to focus on Teela. That's going to be our main character along with He-Man. And I know what you're thinking. It sounds like He-Man's going to be in a supporting role now. No, I'm pretty sure he'll still have a main part. It's called Masters, but here's the thing. It's not called He-Man in the Masters of the Universe. It's called Masters of the Universe Revelations. So you need someone to be the lead besides He-Man. And Teela has always been looked at somewhat as an equal to He-Man in some ways. So I'm kind of actually glad they're going to go with that. With Teela being the main focus of the series, he's trying to basically find the Sword of Power to, repair the universe before it gets destroyed. And along the way, she discovers the secrets of Castle Grayskull. So that's pretty cool. And again, it's supposed to involve both siblings, so I guess Teela is going to team up with She-Ra down the line in this anime sequel. But overall, like I said, I like this. But overall, I do like this news. I like it. I really do. Because you don't get many chances to continue a story right where you left off and do it in a way that you, even as a fan when you were a kid, you would love to see and were thinking about wanting to see even more so as you grew up. So this is a great opportunity for them to do that. I mean, Kevin Smith obviously grew up watching the original He-Man and was probably thinking, man, I would like to see where this goes. I would like to see more focus on certain characters like Teela. So it's going to be interesting where they go with it. And again, I'm assuming the siblings. I'm saying She-Ra is going to be part of that. And here we go. think it says it in here maybe. Let's see. It doesn't say anything there. Well, basically, you gotta watch Clownfish TV's video as well, where they talk about it. But they do mention super siblings, which means we're probably gonna get She-Ra in there as well. But from what I'm reading, get back up there. Hold on a sec. Well, I'm also reading from here, and Variety didn't say this, but other places are. It's going to be a limited series, a limited edition series. So I'm guessing it's gonna, if it becomes popular enough, it's going to continue on. But when they talk about limited, and you're looking at the fact that it's going to be done by Powerhouse Animation, the same people that do Dragon Prince and most notably Castlevania, then you could probably expect maybe 5-6 episodes a season, and then it's just going to continue on. It's like, I would assume one season could be 6, 7, 8 episodes, and then if the story has to continue on, the next season might be about the same. So I don't really know, but either way, I like the idea I like this idea it's going to continue. I like the fact that it's going to be done in an anime style. Very similar, basically, thanks to Powerhouse. And I like, overall, I'm really proud of the fact that we're going to get a decent conclusion. But at the same time, of that decent conclusion, we'll get an expansion on the universe because, like I said, we're focusing on other characters, most notably Teela, which means if She-Ra is going to appear, the Mattel version of She-Ra, not the DreamWorks one, that that could be a great team up right then and there, looking for the Sword of Power. And it's going to be interesting how they detail how the Sword of Power gets lost after this ferocious final battle. So it's going to be really interesting. I'm assuming they might take a TV PG route with it, because a lot of the older fans now, are in their late 20s, 30s, 40s. So I would assume they're going to go the TV PG, maybe even TV 14 route, which would be a surprise if they go TV 14. But I think it's going to be a lot more mature, a lot more darker. And if it's in the hands of somebody that's a fan growing up himself and wants to see a proper conclusion like Kevin Smith, then I'm all for it. But that's all I can really say, guys. Look it up online, Google it, watch the YouTube videos on it. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I mean, again, I know Clownfish has talked about it. I know Angry Joe's going to talk about it. I know Pat the NES Punk, is going to talk about it. James Rolfe might talk about it. Doug Walker might talk about it. So check all their channels and videos out to see what they say about it down the line. Check out Comic Book Cast 2 here on YouTube, see what they have to say. And that's really all I can really mention. So I'm happy this is happening. Can't wait to see it. They didn't give a specific release date as to when it's going to debut. But I'm assuming if he's made the announcement now, and we already got basically some concept art of what the style could look like, if I was to speculate a debut guess, or speculate a debut time frame for the debut, I would say beginning 2020. Either the end of this year, in time for Christmas, or the beginning of next year. I look between December and February to see it debut, for when it will debut. That's my speculation. But as to when it will show up on Netflix. And you can guarantee I'll be watching. But let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. What are your thoughts on this new revival? What are your thoughts on Teela being one of the main, if not the main focus of the story, along with He-Man, She-Ra, along with He-Man, Man-at-Arms, the Sorceress, Orko, and maybe even, and most probably likely, She-Ra in some capacity. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. What do you think this does for DreamWorks' show? Do you think maybe this causes Noelle Stevenson to come out maybe down the line and say, oh, hold on guys, the Princesses of Power, that version of She-Ra, that's actually an alternate version of She-Ra. That's not She-Ra Prime. That's not the She-Ra that you grew up with. This is an alternate universe She-Ra. You know, do you think she'll go with that? Do you think maybe she'll make that kind of announcement down the line along with DreamWorks to kind of save face? Do you think that will happen? Let me know down below. But what are your thoughts overall on this news? Are you happy about it? What are your what are your thoughts on Teela being possibly the main lead, if not the main lead, along with He-Man and Orko and Cringer and all of them? Let me know down below. Comment if you like, and I will talk to you later. Also, what do you think it'll be rated? TV PG or TV 14? Let me know down below. Comment if you like, and I am out.